Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Chasing Rabbits. My name is Scott Brown, and you found my vlog dedicated to helping you become the leader that you always wished that you had worked for. And yes, I know it is the middle of winter here in Indiana. There are close to 2 feet of snow on the ground, so I'm not really chasing rabbits because the rabbits are hiding and it's cold, and I'm not going out there to chase anything. However, something did come up today that I thought was rather poignant, something that is a great reminder. So earlier today, I had my official interview to become district director for District 11 next year with the selection committee to see if I'll get chosen to move forward and be the nominated candidate. It's a whole process Toastmasters goes through, but I had my interview today and allowed me to really talk a lot about my journey and how I got to this point in my life, how we ended up in Indiana, how my career ended up where it is here, what I'm trying to do for the future. Talked a lot about the journey as opposed to the destination. Sometimes it's easy to forget everything that we experience. It's easy to take for granted those small moments in time that make the biggest difference in our lives. It can be easy to look back and just remember those extravagant events, but forget about all of the little events that actually made the experience so robust, so important to us. And by the time that we got here to Indiana, my wife and I had moved from Pennsylvania to Florida to California to Orlando, back to South Florida, back to Orlando, before finally coming to Indiana. And along the way, we changed jobs, changed careers, certainly changed addresses a lot. Anybody who's friends with us knows the more that you write our addresses in an address book, the better chance there is we're going to move again. And you're going to erase the page. But along the way, all of those different events, all those different places, we've picked up little tidbits of who I became. There are little pieces of me that I can trace back to specific locations and even specific events along that path. But you don't think about them on a regular basis unless something happens, like you do an interview and you get to talk about the journey. We're always focused, it seems like in modern life, we're always focused on the destination, where we're going, what we're trying to earn at the end, what we're trying to gather at the end, that we forget about the journey is what's really important. The relationships that we forge, the memories that we make in the smallest of moments, the friendships that endure, the moments that take your breath away, and the ones that leave you breathless, which is a little bit different. As you're going through your life, you're going to find there are lots of miles to your life. The goal is to make sure that you add life to those miles, that you don't take for granted any of the experiences that you have along the way, because it's those experiences that make us who we are. But we have to remember the experience. We have to remember the things that matter. Start a journal. Start something to record those moments in your life that really matter, that really have an impact, that resonate with you, that engage your hands, your heart, your mind, your soul. Remember those moments that make you feel alive. You might just find that some of those moments are in the smallest of events, not in the largest. We have a couple things hanging here in Fort Wayne that will remind us of all of those miles. In our living room, we have 4 posters hanging. We have a poster of Fort Wayne, of the city of Fort Wayne and the map of Fort Wayne, one of Orlando, one of Pittsburgh, and one of Los Angeles. There's little pieces of us from all of those places that have made us who we are. And in our garage, we have a collection of old license plates of where we've been and the cars we've had, but more importantly, in each license plate is a journey of 100,000 miles of where we've gone. They remind us every day we pull in that we're just always on the way. We're always trying to get someplace. We're never going to actually have arrived. So often we look for the end instead of the journey. So I encourage you, look for those small moments. Look for those moments when you're with your friends on a lake and you're jumping off a pontoon boat in the middle of February, laughing at your neighbor who's living in Indiana who's shoveling snow. And maybe you'll also recall the afternoons we spent in the driveway, reveling in summer, just celebrating life in Florida, life as we know it. Small moments matter more than large moments, but they're often forgotten. So what are you going to do to remember the moments that matter the most, as opposed to the moments that have the greatest memory? Think about the little moments that make up your life, and you might just find your journey and the journey of those who follow you, it's changed forever. So until tomorrow, have a wonderful night. I will talk to you tomorrow for another edition of Chasing Rabbits. Until then, stay safe and toast on, my friends. Toast on.